Yeah.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 18 of Task Force Unlikely: The Night Below. So, last time the group kind of regrouped in Waterdeep for a bit. Did a couple various errands. Some stuff happened that I'm sure was fine. They talked to Lou briefly, the tiefling baubles dealer, before they headed to the Palace of Waterdeep to address the summons that Tarbek had received from King Brunor Battlehammer of Gauntlgrim. Lady Silverhand teleported them to Gauntlgrim, where they met with the king, and he implored them to investigate some of the tunnels leading out of Gauntlgrim that might connect to Tarbek's Volcano Forge home of Glaurum, because something had been stolen from the vaults of Gauntlgrim. They know what it is. The king assures you it is perfectly safe now. He just wants to know possibly who it was and how they got there. You guys figured out with Gayle's very good investigation check how they got into the vault. There was a secret door written in Drow, was a passphrase that opened a side panel in the vault, which let someone or something slip in and out.
And then someone had to get real racist about it.
I mean, yeah, got a little real. And then
Wand
that
of
person
Smiles needs a higher DC.
It's a common magic item. That's
I know, but it could be so much more fun.
the advanced Wand of Smiles.
It has like a DC of 12.
That racist dwarf was put in his place by the party. And you all ventured into the tunnels leading into the Underdark. And the first chamber you encountered was a sea of bones that Tarbek and Kaw noticed. The floor is moving, and you're pretty sure it was just a sea of black puddings.
Not the good kind.
No. So Tarbek fabricated two bone bridges, and you guys walked across to the other edge of the cave. So, pardon me. You guys have been traveling for a couple hours into the cavern system now, and it's mostly been one way. Occasionally there are offshoots that you explore briefly, but they dead end or they cave in. So you come back around, and you've been following one path down for a while now.
These are secret tunnels, so they're not ones I would know, right?
Right, these are recently discovered, so you've never been in these before. These specific ones before.
If possible, I don't know if I could map them out or something as we're doing this.
Sure.
Just, it seems like useful information for the other dwarves to have.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you take every bit or so you make sure you're noting where you're going. Black pudding room, dead end.
For some reason, I'm imagining like an Etch-a-Sketch, but it's a tin type.
Sure. Yeah, just various. You're taking photos. But yeah, you...
Selfie!
You are... Okay. Gonna try this again. I will probably piece these together in post. Okay. So, I did the recap already. I'm not going to do it again because, like I said, I'll just piece them together. you all are now in the caves under the mountains, the caverns. You've been in here for a couple hours now. And you come upon a room, a large open cavern that has pillars which go from the floor to the ceiling. And looking across, you can see there are 3 different exits from this room.
Oh, another one of those rooms.
And also have pudding floor.
Looking around, this does not have a pudding floor now.
Does it have a pudding ceiling?
No.
I appreciate the added. Can
we investigate these 3 exits to see if we can hear anything coming from each of them?
Sure. Investigation or perception checks.
Oh, neither of them are very good for me.
Also, probably worth noting, y'all can see fine. I can see like 40 feet.
Tarbek's beard is always on fire.
Whoa.
I think we decided though that's like dim light out to 5 feet though.
It's true. Or like 10. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not very far.
Tarbek will like. Wait, do you have light?
I have dancing lights.
Yeah, I have the light cantrip. I'm not worried about it. That's why I can see up to 40 feet.
And I got a 17 on my perception.
I got 25 on investigation.
23 perception.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
Kaw
once
continues
again,
to be observant to shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Gayle, you realize we're playing. You realize you're not real and that you're in a game.
I'm still if I hit a 40.
I know, that's in the other game. There is an NPC who knows that you are in a role-playing game. I will not tell you who it is, but there is one who knows. Okay. So, Tarbek and Gayle, together you are kind of piecing this together, and you can hear, down one pathway, it sounds like there is the flow of lava. Down another one, you can hear kind of just a lot of dripping. There's some kind of water or moisture down that way. And then another pathway is dead silent. Lady Kaw, you are looking through these passageways, and then out of the corner of your eye, you look back, and one of those columns isn't where it was before.
Like that.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna go ahead and just point at that column with a crossbow. Just draw some attention to it moving around.
It is not moving currently, but it has. You swear it has moved from the last time you saw it.
If there's like a super stone cunning ability that I could use right now, that is what I want to do.
Does anybody have detect mimic?
I have a hammer.
I have dispel magic.
I do have detect magic.
Tarbek is going to go over to the pillar and sort of point at it with his hammer and kind of prod it.
Okay, yeah, kind of when you tap it, the column pulls itself from the floor, and it kind of steps back slightly.
Tarbek, I swear if you unleash another mimic at us.
It's not fighting, so
So let's just leave it alone for now. And pick one of the spooky paths to go down.
see, I'm not sure I like that idea either.
I'll leave the decision making up to you 3. I'm going to keep my sword trained on whatever this thing is.
It looks mostly harmless.
Yeah, so did that treasure chest.
Okay, point taken. Can I make a history check to see if I know maybe what this thing is? This moving stone pillar?
Nature.
Oh. I don't have that.
Okay. You can still make a check. Yeah, I'm
or
not
religion.
One of those,
nature or religion.
Just
or,
nature.
That's an 8, so
Okay,
I don't know what it is.
It's a rock that moves, and you know they shouldn't do that.
I know a lot about rocks.
Yeah. But if anyone would like to make a nature check, they are more than welcome to.
Tarbek isn't going to make another nature check, but he is going to go.
Nope.
Stay.
That's a
And he's
5.
gonna walk away.
12, 5,
10.
10. Okay. Yeah, everybody else is like, yeah, confirmed. Rocks should not move.
Stay.
But
Therefore,
Yeah.
sword, trade,
yeah.
unmoving rock.
Navira, though, with that 12, you did notice one of the other columns moved as well. Like, it's not just this one; it's more than one of them.
How many pillars are in this room?
8.
Shit.
With Gale's really high investigation, can she see if there are like any footprints?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
And we can see the ceiling, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. It just looks like a ceiling.
So are the columns attached to the ceiling?
Yes.
How is this? Okay. And the whole thing is moving.
Individually, the columns keep picking themselves up and moving slightly.
How does it?
I did get a 27 investigation.
Okay. There are definitely column-sized little divots in the floor. And occasionally you see one that's deeper, like the column like smashed the ground there.
Oh, they go up and down.
Okay. But I was going to see like if there are footprints leading from one of the paths, because I just want to leave the room.
Okay, sorry. Human footprints.
Yeah. Humanoid.
Humanoid. With that investigation check, you do see humanoid footprints going towards the room with the dripping sound.
Dripping first, then.
Yeah. As long as we're not in the rooms with the columns that may or may not smash people.
Tarbek will turn one step back one last time and say, "Stay."
Gonna back up slowly into the drip, drip, drip corridor, keeping my sword trained on those columns.
Okay.
And before Gayle goes in, she'll like get a little piece of chalk and mark a 1 on the tunnel's entrance.
Okay.
Yay, someone has chalk. Because I had that
smart.
idea, but I don't have chalk.
Okay. Okay, you guys enter. So, as you're walking through, the tunnel widens, forming a deep, irregularly shaped cavern. Phosphorescent moss and various molds grow in the cavern walls and the ceiling. And the ceiling is 15 feet high throughout. The floor of the cave is marked with gardens of black peat, out of which sprout a variety of colorful fungi. In the middle of the cavern is a pool of still water and a cluster of taller fungi, many of them with ominous tendrils and outgrowths. At the far end of the cave are 3 branching tunnels leading deeper into the Underdark.
Oh boy.
So, like, we think, what's going to come out of that pool of still water? Because something's in there.
I say we pick a path and just kind of ignore everything until something comes and attacks us.
You 3 investigate, I'll keep an eye out for things that want to kill us. sword trained on the tendril fungi, waiting for everyone else to investigate.
In the center path, there are 3 more paths branching out from there.
Yes.
I have gotten to the point where I'm taking notes.
Say that again, Jay.
I'm noticing a pattern.
Okay. So, Navira, are you in front of or behind the rest of the party? How are you defending them from the rear or the front?
So if they're like facing the corridors, I've got my back to them with my sword train.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. Tarbek, in the absence of another tank, will, take whatever position is most vulnerable.
Okay, so, yeah, as you guys are walking down the path between the two, there's like a path through the peat field. And as you do, Navira, as you're kind of walking backwards to cover the rear, you can see about 4 different parts of the peat field start to shake and hop up and down.
Don't like that. I do not engage. I just keep moving, ready to attack.
Is it Myconids?
Roll initiative.
Oh, darn it, it's not Myconids.
Unless it's evil Myconids.
No.
I don't want to hurt Myconids. Don't make me do this.
That's a 12 for
Evil
me.
noises.
That's a 9.
Oh,
9 as well. I'm pretty sure
an
Gale's
11.
before me, though.
Okay. So, poking their head out of the peat moss are, you can see 4 undead creatures. They vary in race. There's a human, a drow, and 2 dwarves. And they hop out of the peat moss, and 2 of them start hopping towards you. They're not moving their legs or arms, they are just hopping.
Alright.
Okay. So, on Navira, since she's at the back. Ew. Highest roll was a 16?
Not good enough.
Okay. They both attempt to bite you. Kind of hopping at you, and their loose necks kind of swing at you, and they kind of ram their heads at you and are gnawing, but they miss, both of them miss. And it is your turn, Navira.
Alright. So, I know that Tarbek and Lady Kaw have got their ways of dealing with the undead. So I'm just going to hit one of these guys incredibly hard.
Okay.
Never mind with that die, it just fell behind my desk.
Oh dear.
So that is 5, 16, plus... Yeah, that's a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Alright, cool. And I'll expend, I don't think... What? Just go with a first level. What is the damage die on my sword again? It's been a while since I've played.
2d6.
Okay. So. 6. Ooh. Wait, I can reroll once. Alright. God, this damage is garbage. Okay.
You get to reroll 2s as well.
But only
Yeah,
once.
but I can only reroll once. So that's 4, 5, 12. 18. So that's still 18 points of damage.
Oh,
these guys, they are undead, right? So she gets the extra D8.
Is that a thing?
Does she have that already?
I believe any paladin that hits an undead or a fiend with a divine smite gets an extra D8 of radiant damage.
Oh yeah, damage increases by 1d8 if the target is a fiend or undead. Oh yeah. Oh dang! Plus another 8, so 20. I think, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this one sizzles and burns under your radiant smite and falls over. And when it does, I'm going to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Oh boy! I do okay Constitution saving throws. Plus I have my aura, so... So plus 3, plus another 3, 11.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Take 9 poison damage as when you strike it and cut it open, this yellow spore shoots out of it and starts choking you.
Gross. Can I still take my second attack?
Yes.
Alright, cool. That's also 21 to hit.
Okay, hit.
And so let's just do another first roll divine smite. Bunch of die. That's so much damage. Okay, so 8, 10, 15, 19 plus. So 25 points of damage.
Okay. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh god. Oh, that's a natural one.
Okay.
Cool. We're not going to use that die.
Okay. So this one, you slash at it with your sword, and instead of like a sporish powder, this kind of this brown, moldy disgustingness sprays all over you, and you take 13 cold damage, and you start to shiver as it is kind of splattered all over your armor and exposed parts of your skin.
Gross.
And Lady Kaw.
Have you ever seen a flock of magpies go exploding out of an underground cavern? You're about to channel divinity. Turn undead.
Okay. They will both fail.
What is the challenge rating on these?
Oh, that's a good question. What do you destroy?
CR1 and lower.
Then these two melt instantly.
Goodbye.
And you're not cutting them open, so I'm not going to say their spores get unleashed. So these two kind of sear with radiant energy and fall back into their peat gardens.
Divine birdies peck them to death. Are we out of initiative?
For now, yes.
You need healing?
I mean, I'm still at like 3/4 of my health, so I'd save it. I've still got 45 points of lay on hand, so if I need to save myself.
Fair enough.
I mean, granted, I just take a lot of poison damage.
You're not... Is she suffering from any status effects?
You are still shivering, Navira. You think that
Cool.
you should probably get that mold off of you.
I'll do my best to transfer it off.
Okay. Can I get Arcana checks from people?
Arcana?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
I got
That
a 10.
is a natural 1.
Well, at least one of us knows what it is.
Yeah, so this is brown mold. And you know that the scraping it off won't necessarily kill it or remove it totally from you. It needs to be burned off.
Oh, alright, cool.
So, Tarbek will light a torch on his beard and then hand it to Navira. I'm assuming she shared that with the group.
I mean, I could just light myself on fire with my own magic.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
Well,
That'd be much more efficient.
I mean, I only have hellish, so just...
I mean, I do have Scorching Ray, but that might be a little bit of overkill.
I mean, that could work. Any damage I would take is halved, and I also could be it myself. So she just turns to Gayle and was like, light me up.
You could also just start a bonfire and you could stand in it for a bit.
mm-hmm.
The torch is always an option that doesn't require to use any magic.
I could always set the peat moss on fire.
Peat moss.
Someone just set something on fire so I could get this freezing moss off.
I'll wave the torch around and kind of poke Navira with it a couple times.
Okay. So, waving it around like a metal detector and then kind of poking at the spots that you can see withering, you burn off all of the mold you can see, and Navira, you take 3 fire damage.
Cool.
1 fire damage.
No, sorry, I halved it for her. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I should have said that. I thought it, and I didn't say it.
Alright, and with that, I'm gonna heal myself for 20 points.
Okay.
So
You're a trooper, Navira.
dangerously low. Alright, have we picked a path?
I guess the middle path, and Gale's gonna mark off which path they take.
Well, unless there's footprints anymore.
Oh, should I
Those.
check for footprints again?
Sure.
Guidance.
Oh, I think I need it.
Of course you don't.
No, I do.
No, she said she does
Tell me
this
what-
time.
Okay, sorry.
So I rolled a 3 plus 11 is 14 plus 2 is 16.
Okay. So, this time you're looking around and you see that the footprints stopped a little bit. Some of the footprints stopped earlier in the cave and didn't seem to go any further, as if maybe those were the people who became the mold zombies. But there are a couple more going up ahead and to the left.
Nope.
To the left, to the left.
Guess we're going to the left then.
Okay.
And Gale will also mark off this this tunnel.
Okay. So, up ahead, as you pass a an overgrown patch of fungus on your right-hand side and kind of scoot by that and start to head down the left. And as you scoot by the patch of fungus, something in it starts screaming.
I take out my hand axe and I start hacking away to try and get whatever is screaming out of there.
Okay.
And my hand axe does fire damage as well, because I am a forge cleric.
Everybody make wisdom saving throws.
No.
Cool. +3
Not
from my
good at
aura.
those.
Sorry.
No, it's the shrieking, not the hacking, that is causing the
jeez.
wisdom saving throws.
18.
10.
Dirty 20.
Wait, wisdom +3.
Oh, +3? So,
Yeah,
18.
because of my aura.
18?
Yeah,
Okay.
because clerics. I rolled a 6.
So Navira... Oh, this may not... Can you be frightened, Navira?
I think so.
Is that all paladins or only some paladins?
It's at a certain level, paladins get Aura of Courage, and I don't remember what level it is.
I have Aura of Hate, but I don't think I have.
Aura of Courage is 10th level.
But
Yeah, I don't have it.
Okay, it's 10th level. Okay, never mind. So Navira, you are frightened, and you
Cool.
you are forced to move away 30 feet. So,
All right. I guess this really freaks her out, and she scrambles away down the corridor.
it is like gnawing at the inside of your brain, and like something like your lizard brain almost clicks of like, nope, run away, run away, run away.
Okay, cool. So that's part of New Year you don't get to see very often.
Navira's having a good day.
Yeah, and Tarbek, as you're hacking away at this, you can see buried deep in the fungus pit are these mushrooms that have split open at the top and are screaming. And they have terrible looking fangs, but they're just, big like portobello cap mushrooms that are split down the middle. And
I'm going to split them more down the middle.
Okay, and just die. And they all shut up.
I don't know if the fungus catches fire, but if so, good.
Yeah, and it sort of is smoldering. All the bits around it, various parts of it are smoldering it on fire.
I'm coming back here later. Just gonna everything like hazmat team.
Lady Call's just gonna look at the formerly screaming fungus. Back to the room that had the fungus zombies in. Just, are we there yet?
I fucking hate fungal infestations. They make renovations so much harder.
Am I done being scared?
Yes.
I did shut them up with violence.
Mira's gonna stand up. She's gonna huff. And she's gonna glare at her party mates as a clear indication that if anyone ever mentions that ever happened, and she has a spear with their name on it.
Screaming mushroom jerks.
Turn you into a cleric Bob.
Okay. So, would you all like to continue?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Would we like to? That is an interesting question, Andrew.
Tarbek is literally legally obligated to. Dwarf stuff.
So, as you guys move up ahead, you can see that the footprints continue, but there is a dead end at this part of the cavern, and there is a curtain made of like vines, essentially, but it is they are woven together to be a curtain.
Chop chop.
Okay.
No, that was a question
okay.
to my party. It was not a description of what I was doing.
I stick my sword in and part the curtain.
Okay. You can see a large bloated mushroom with kind of a gross milky hide that seems to be decaying and rotting. And as soon as you stick your head in, you're like, oh god, it smells so bad in here. But the mushroom is moving around. It's some kind of undead Myconid, and it's kind of poking around in its room.
There are undead Myconids?
Just one, a really big one.
Oh.
I think it's time to turn around.
Gonna pull everyone back, point a wand of fireballs at it, and back away slowly.
Tarbek is getting his flame strike ready. Like, it's half divine damage, half fire damage. I feel like both of those will be great against this thing.
It hasn't seemed to noticed any of you.
All right, I'm gonna sort of start counting down from 5 and nod at Kaw.
4. Okay, I couldn't talk to really any of you.
Sorry.
So you say that again?
Oh, it's still frozen. Yeah, my video crapped out for a second. She's gonna hold up her hand to both of them and be like, you guys know that if this thing isn't that powerful, I can probably try to control it, right?
Wait, what?
I am a paladin. I can control the dead.
What? That I've never seen a paladin do that before.
Well, it's kind of a one-time thing. Takes up a lot of my magical powers, and there's no guarantee that it's going to work. So, if you want me to, I can, but if you think killing this thing would be more efficient, then...
Here's the thing. I don't want this thing spreading any more of this fucking fungus around. If you think you can, and you think you can get it out of here, and maybe get it to go jump in the lava, or break something on the way for us, you can try.
I can get it to follow us like a little minion. And if it's around me, it also gets a flurry of attacks.
I'm readying my flame strike for if this doesn't work.
Yeah. Just be ready for this thing if this doesn't go well. So I'm going to use my channel divinity to try and control undead.
Okay. I didn't know this was a thing.
It must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Both undead and fungus are notoriously wise.
This work. Dear God, this would be so cool to have as a pet.
I don't.
Congratulations, you get the purple Pikmin.
You said a bunch of Myconids to live with our masked lord friend. I don't think you get to talk.
The upper limit on that is crazy. Because I was checking to make sure there was no CR limit. It's CR less than your level. That's nuts. Okay. Well, I rolled a 2.
New friend.
New mushroom friend.
You rolled a what?
I rolled a 2.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not going to do it.
It does add.
Guys under my control now.
It does add something to it, but not nearly enough to succeed.
It's not going to beat a 15.
Unless it has a plus 14 somewhere,
Yeah.
just hiding.
So no. So it's kind of minding its own business, and then Navira, what is your control undead? How does it visualize?
It says that it has to obey my commands. So I guess it would be attentive towards me, but it wouldn't start doing anything unless I...
Okay. But, like, is there, like, a visual... Like, can anyone notice anything emanating from you or anything like that?
Sorry, you cut out for me. What was that?
So, like, does it have a visual effect? Like, do you do something? Is there, like, anything emanating from you that is showing that you're controlling this thing or anything like that?
How would that manifest? I think my eyes start glowing. Like a weird glow blue thing.
Okay.
Like a little bit of like necromantic energy.
Do its eyes glow the same color?
Yeah, so the thing, the undead Myconid in front of you kind of, like, you can see it struggling against this. But when it turns, its eyes are the same color as Navira's, and it says, "Oh, I hate this."
What's an intelligent undead?
It is.
Wow.
So we can understand them too?
Yes, yeah, everyone, he is speaking common, yes.
Alright. So I am going to turn to this thing. I'm going to look it dead in the eye. I'm going to say, you must answer every single one of my questions as truthfully and to the best of your ability as you possibly can.
Fine.
Were there any people that came through here?
He says, many have come through. Most are under my control.
What do you mean under your control?
And he'll raise his hand, and behind you, you can see more of those hopping zombies kind of pop out of various peat fields.
Oh my god, you have an army of these things right now.
Gross. Alright. Were there any drow that came through here
Recently.
He'll say, drow. He'll say, there was a dark dwarf, a mind flare. Yes, a party of 6 drow.
Did they have anything with them?
He'll say they seemed very attentive of an iron bubble.
Describe this iron bubble.
He'll say, it was round and had a stopper.
Your new name is now Toad.
No, I have a name. Come on.
Oh, what's your name then?
Uzaglu.
All right. You know what? We're gonna go.
Toad.
No, come on.
You know what? I'll give you a deal. I'm in about 23 hours. I'm gonna cast Raise Dead, and then we'll see what your name is.
Weird, but okay.
I mostly want to see what happens. Oh wait, never mind. He's probably been dead for longer than 10 days. Forget about it.
Oh yeah, yes.
Where do these caverns lead?
He says that he doesn't venture. I don't venture too far. Deeper into the Underdark, there is a city of drow. They don't like me very much.
I can't see why.
Yeah.
Fungus everywhere. Nope. Can't see why.
Get along with the Kawatoa, though.
Are there any other threats deeper into these caverns that you know about?
He'll say Illithids, Darrow, Drow, Duragar, Kawatoa, Fire Newts, Dwarves. Yes.
Phenomenal. Anybody else have any other questions?
Which way did the drow go?
He will point down, or he'll shuffle into the middle of the room and point down the central path.
Wait,
Cool.
so is this the same room? I don't quite understand.
So, so you guys went down the left path, but it dead ends. So he has to walk back to a central chamber to point down one of the other paths to go down.
I see.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Any more questions?
Yeah, have you been killing my friends, all the dwarves that have been coming down here?
He says, I only kill in self-defense. Then raise their dead. Not at all weird.
Now, you see, I think part of the reason they might have been attacking you is because you keep sending spore zombies.
He says, I never leave my chambers.
Your fungus sure did.
He's claiming that this section is his. He's saying he never leaves this area.
Do I need to pull out the deed or something?
He will say, yes, you dwarves seem to think you own all the mountains and caves.
Not all of them, but this particular mountain, yes. I own part of it. I'm a little sensitive to... Why am I talking to you?
He'll shrug his little mushroomy shoulders.
We can talk about rentals agreements later. We should be on our way to do the thing we're supposed to do.
All right. Do we want to keep this thing around or no? Because I can tell him to go drown himself in the sludge.
Wow.
And his entire, fungal army.
Navira, that's crazy. You should ask him to do it in the lava instead.
Fair enough, but we don't know where the lava is. The sludge is much more effective.
He'll just glare at you all.
To be fair, you are kind of an abomination unto this earth. I don't know if you realize
do
that.
I come into your house and tell you you're an abomination upon this earth? Words hurt.
I mean, you kind of just did.
Fair cop.
I'll tell you what, I won't tell you to kill yourself, but your entire fungal army, and I mean every single person that you possessed, they have to go drown.
Kind of snap his fingers and all of the various undead will raise themselves and start marching down one of the pathways, kind of back through the room you guys came through.
There's something really unsettling about a bunch of zombie fungus people going to jump off a bridge of skulls to their death.
Yeah.
You see weirder in the hills.
And they can only hop.
Actually, I want to ask about that. What's with the hopping thing?
Oh, it's because I've paralyzed their bodies.
Is there anything else that you control down here?
No, he'll suggest the zombies. He has a name for them. His Hanuk Arizal.
And they're all gone, every single one of them.
I must obey you, master. All gone.
All right, go to sleep.
Hooray!
Very impressed, slightly unsettled. Let's go. Bye, Toad.
Ooza glue. Okay. So where would you guys like to go now?
He said...
Oh, he said the drow went down the central path. I guess we keep following that.
There are like 6 rooms already that we've been through. Well, that we know of, rather. Okay, the central path it is. Sorry.
Okay.
This place needs to stop being a series of corridors that split into 3 directions. It's getting confusing.
No, I have a map. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm marking it with very important doodles.
Okay. You guys walk on for a little bit more, and it's starting to get terribly warm.
Terribly what?
Warm.
Ah.
And
We all have fire resistance.
yeah, yes, but you still can notice the increase in temperature even if it's not bothering you. And up ahead is a large central chamber that you can hear before you see, and it sounds like there's a series of steam geysers in it, and they kind of just keep going off varyingly.
Huh. I'll put a jacuzzi down here.
So who wants to go first?
I have a lot of hit points and fire resistance, so I'll go first.
I'll follow.
Okay. So, how do you want to tackle this?
There's just steam geysers everywhere, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Very carefully.
Okay.
Does there seem to be a pattern to how they're going off?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh. 16.
Okay.
Guidance?
Sure, you want to
Does guidance work for this?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, it's an ability check, so it does.
So 18.
18. Okay. So yeah, you kind of stand there and count it out, and yeah, there does seem to be some regularity to it.
Okay. I'll point it out to the rest of the party and be like, you just gotta groove to it, I guess. Count the music.
It's just a hop to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's up to the right. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll try to follow the pattern that Gayle describes.
Okay. So give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Oh, lovely. I'm great at those. This is great.
Well,
Can I
with
guidance?
advantage.
With advantage.
True.
And you get.
Can I guidance myself?
Because it's a saving throw. Can you use guidance on saving throws?
I don't know. I will check.
You can't use. I don't know if you can use guidance, but you can use my aura.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, right.
'Cause it's a saving throw.
I rolled 2 5s, so that's an 8.
Oh boy. Okay. Well.
My armor's going to be real clean at least.
Yeah.
Because the world's most painful facial.
Okay. It's not too bad.
This is the one way his beard is extinguished, and he does not like it.
Okay.
How is it hotter after it's been extinguished? Ah.
So, So Gayle is telling you the pattern and kind of humming a little tune to get you to go, and you got the timing going right, Tarbek, for the first couple, and then you just stumble and kind of take a side full of steam, which you roll out of and get to the other side of the tunnel, and you take 7 damage.
Everyone else at the party does collect
Clang, clang, clang.
Is that reduced or not?
It's 7 fire damage, and if you are resistant to fire, I'll say you do take half.
Okay,
Because
so
it doesn't.
That's only
It
3.
doesn't have the parenthetical, like dragon turtles, for instance. Their steam breath is not reduced by fire resistance, but this doesn't say that. So I'm gonna say.
That's scary.
Yeah, dragon turtles are no joke. Okay, who would like to go next?
I guess
Gayle will go next.
I was following Tarbek, but if Gayle wants to...
She'll try to like show everyone what to do after seeing Tarbek like almost eat it.
Okay.
Tarbek's lying on his
Alright,
back,
step
kind of
aside,
swinging a little bit.
amateurs.
Yeah. So, dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Oh my god. So that's a 14.
Okay.
Did you have my aura?
Oh no, I didn't. So that's a 17.
Okay. So Gayle very gracefully hops across, timed perfectly.
Tarbek from his back is just like, show off.
So Lady Kaw is going to just like reach up, put a hand on Navira's shoulder, and dimension door them across.
Okay. Bam, bam.
Tarbek will kind of look at Lady Kaw, and his eyes just gonna like twitch.
Navira is doubled over laughing.
You.
Tarbek will kind of just get up, brush himself off, and just keep walking. He's a
She'll
little
thank Lady
steamed right
Kaw
now.
for that because she has a -1 to dexterity and probably would have botched it as well.
Okay.
I'm very proud of that steamed pun. I'm sorry.
So. Okay. So, traveling for a little bit further, it's getting to be, you guys have been traveling for a decent chunk of the day now. And it's getting to the point where maybe you want to make camp. And you enter into a fairly open, dry, no steam, no lava, no mold, no weird columns chamber that
With a save point and a heal kit.
yes. Yeah, that looks like it would be a safe place to rest.
There's a typewriter in the corner for some reason.
Oh, hey, look, and a tape recorder, too.
A giant spinning S. I'm just gonna draw a picture of a nightcap guy sleeping in this room.
Put one of those big like diamonds.
Yeah. Yeah, there's floating crystals all over the place. You don't know what that's about.
Gayle will just double check to make sure it's safe.
Okay, sure. Perception or investigation check.
While she's
Nice.
doing that, I use my divine sense to sense anything suspicious.
I don't think I need guidance because I got an 18
Okay.
for investigation.
Yeah, so you're not finding anything, and Navira, you use guidance, and you are sensing nothing out of the ordinary. No undead fiends, holy or desecrated places.
That reminds me, should we kill that mushroom dude?
Yeah, he's sleeping.
He took away all the zombies.
Ugh.
I mean, if you want to go all the way back and stick a sword into a sleeping mushroom, that'd be my guess.
We can always get him on the way back.
That's true.
Hey, buddy, we're back, and this time we're going to kill you.
I mean, that infection is gonna spread, guys. You gotta take care of it while it's not that bad.
I mean, he's still technically under my control. I could go tell him to jump into the ooze with the rest of his friends.
Could you please? Peace of mind.
All right. Who wants to come with? Because I'm not going by myself.
I'll come with, since I'm the one who wants you to do it.
All right.
It's a very, very uncomfortable way to kill a bad guy.
Okay.
Have fun getting past the steam room.
Yep. So Navira and Tarbek, make intelligence checks for me, please.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I got
18.
18? Okay.
14,
Okay.
and I'll guidance Navira.
Okay.
I don't need it.
So you two remember the way Gayle told you to go across the steam vents, so you can make your dex saves with advantage again.
Hell yeah.
I got a 15 this time.
15's good.
14?
14's good.
All right, cool.
So you guys, hustle and hop across the steam vents, and you head back into the chamber that has the Myconid Spore Master guy, and he kind of stirs awake, and he's like, "Oh, what now? I mean,
Your turn to take a dive.
Oh, come on!"
Into the ooze you go.
Just kind of flops into the ooze, and you can hear he kind of starts to sink into it, and he just says, "Is this supposed to do anything?" As he's just bubbling away.
Did that kill him?
Yes, yeah.
All right, cool. I guess we make our way back after that.
Okay.
I don't even go into the room fully. I just kind of stick my head in and tell him to drown himself.
Okay.
I got a natural 20 on my dex save to get past the steam room, by the way.
Why?
You do have advantage.
I do, and I rolled 2 3s. And the last time I rolled 2 12s.
Okay.
My dice are cursed today. I don't know what it is.
So take, after the reduction, 4 fire damage.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Tarbek will be like, "All right, it is pretty funny," and I'll help Navira up if she needs it.
No, she'll stick a javelin near your face. Be like, "Don't you dare." She'll get up by herself.
All right, and now we make camp, knowing that we have we got rid of the source of the infestation.
Okay.
I am going to
And also the
capstone our
infestation.
What are you going to cast?
I'm going to capstone our paranoia in this room and just Wand of Secrets.
Okay.
Are there any secret passages in this room that we are about to try and sleep in?
What's the range on Wand of Secrets?
30 feet?
30 feet. Okay.
How big is this room?
It's pretty big. You are sensing no magic doors in this room.
Making sure this isn't a save point with an asterisk.
This question: What does this room look like? Like, did it have a historical purpose?
No, it just looks like a big cavern.
Oh, okay. It's not like a created room.
No,
there's no masonry.
You don't think so? No, it's just a clean, dry room for you guys, cavern for you guys to stay in.
Also, before we turn in, everyone heal 15 points of damage. I finally cast Prayer of Healing.
Yay!
I didn't take any damage.
And I will send using my third level spell slots. I will give a sending to Bruenor Battlehammer, informing him of the situation.
Okay.
Telling him there's a big fungal infestation. If you come down here, bring priests and bring fire. Even more so than the stuff I'm packing.
He says, he responds with, "Thank you for the update. Looking forward to hearing more soon."
Awesome.
XOXO Bruenor.
Finger gun, your king dad, Bruenor Battlehammer. He's not actually your father, but he's like, "Hey, I'm like dad to all the dwarves, but like the fun dad. I'm like a stepdad."
I think that's what Tarbek is technically as well to a lot of dwarves. But I digress.
Okay.
Pokemon Center music?
Doot, 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 doot. Okay.
I'm gonna reorient some of my things that I don't use.
Prepare something other than scrying for my 5th level because, hey, we teleported like 1,000 miles away from my scrying device.
Oh. Sure.
Not salty about it.
I feel like meld into stone might actually be useful here.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Yeah, when would that come up?
I also don't think you'll need stone shape at all.
Yeah, no, not meld into stone, stone shape. Who needs them?
Just get rid of all your stone spells.
There's no stone spells and no fire spells and no radiant spells. None of those are useful.
I mean,
Get
I don't
rid of
have
all
any
your
of
channeled
those.
divinities that have to deal with undead.
I am a paladin without smites now, basically. Alright, I'm ready. I've reoriented my spells.
Okay.
We take a long rest.
Yeah, so if you guys want to take a long rest, do you guys want to set a watch order?
Gayle will go first since she didn't take any damage.
Okay.
I guess Tarbek will go after her.
Okay.
Thirds.
Navira will take up the rear then.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
I wish one of us had, like, a familiar or something that didn't need to sleep.
Or the alarm spell.
Oh, that would be good. Someone just has to take a quick 3-level dip in Warlock to grab that thing where you don't have to sleep anymore.
Oh.
Okay. So, Gayle, can I get a perception check, please?
Oh, 13.
13, okay.
I'm asleep, so I can't cast guidance.
You just see your Tarbek mutter in his sleep. Guidance.
Hey, look, if it gives her the extra D4, I'll take it.
So, Gayle, you're just kind of sitting here, and it's boring, and there's just... This isn't the city, so it's very quiet, and that's probably slightly unnerving.
Are people shouting at 3 a.m.? What the hell is this?
I don't get it. Because even before, when you were dungeon crawling in the city, essentially, so you could still hear the city. And yeah, this is just a little weird. It's just quiet. And every once in a while, you swear you can, like, just hear someone whispering, and you're just like, is that just nature? Is that, like, a cave feature? Like, what is that? And it's just, it sounds like the wind kind of going through the stone fixtures and the stalactites and the stalagmites, and you can't make anything out, but it does sound a bit like someone's calling to you.
Concern.
Gayle's gonna cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
So it's a little brighter.
Okay. Anywhere in particular around you? Anywhere else do you make the little glow man?
Yeah, I'll make a little glow man, and
Okay.
I'll try to figure out where the whispering might be coming from and set him over there.
Okay, so yeah, you do that, and when you do, it's one of those things where you get up to check a sound in the middle of the night and you can't hear it anymore.
Oh, you cut out for a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. It's like one of those things where, like, when you hear a sound in the middle of the night and you get up to check it out and you can't figure out what it was and you can't find it and you can't hear it again. So you kind of drag your dancing lights and your glow man around the cave and you can't hear it anymore and you don't see what would have caused it.
I'm starting to not like tunnels. Cool.
Okay. Tarbek's up next.
That is a 15, but I'll guidance myself.
Okay.
To give me a 18.
18? Okay. You are much more used to the kind of the quiet solitude of nature. You've traveled a lot more. You've lived in caves. You've probably had to camp out in caves.
Yeah, I come from the land down under.
So, this is probably, just kind of serene and quiet and not too unnerving. And kind of, if you listen carefully, you're pretty sure you can hear the burble and burning of lava somewhere close by. And it just reminds you of home.
Like, is there a wall nearby where the burbling is loudest?
Yeah, and it's not like dangerously close or anything like that. And it might even be just your wishful thinking, but you're pretty sure you can hear there's a lava flow somewhere in this cave structure, which does check out with something you saw way back at the start of the cave. You did hear lava at some point.
All right, I'll make a couple more notes on my map, maybe, and then go do the rest of my watch, and then wake up. It was Kaw next.
Yeah, Kaw's next.
Yeah, I'll wake up Kaw after that. Maybe share with her some snacks before I go to bed.
Kaw, what would you like to do on your rest?
I mean, just for note, I have a passive perception of 19 still.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to go ahead and roll perception, because I'll probably roll worse. I mean, Cloud or Hurdy-Gurdy quietly play some music to herself.
Okay. And it echoes...
Probably sounds really cool in a
I
cave.
was about to say, it echoes very satisfactorily in this cave.
Acoustics are great.
Yeah. Okay. And
You think you hear Tarbek muttering something about his mom when you start playing music.
and then, other than that, watch passes uneventfully. And Navira. What would you like to do on your watch?
Gonna sit there and take notes on everything that has transpired so far. Just carefully marking down. She'll draw a rough map in her notes of. Oh my god, I froze again. Am I back?
I think so. At least
All
for
right,
now.
cool.
Yes.
Okay, so as I was saying, she's just going to take the time to document everything that's happened so far on their journey. She'll draw a rough map as well of like where they are, where they've been, making sure to like write down on the map where specific things were. She's also going to try and remember all of the threats that little Toad told her were still in the caves.
Okay. Yeah, he said there were dwarves, which you're pretty sure you can write off. They were a threat to him, not a threat to you.
Mm-hmm.
Darrow.
I think I would know what those are.
Yeah, Darrow are no good. They are bad news. Duragar, which are like the drow of dwarves. Drow, Illithid, and Koatoa.
I think Illithid maybe should be wee woo.
Yeah, she's definitely a Weewoo.
I like my brain in my skull, thanks.
That's where it belongs.
Very glad Tarbek wears a helmet.
Okay. Oh, what the heck? Hold please. Throwing up technical difficulties.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, sorry. Forgot to turn my camera
Oh,
on.
no problem. That was weird.
Yeah, that's... I can't explain that one.
Man, I don't know what's going on lately. Oh, I should have called everyone in the same order. Oh, well.
That was weird.
Yeah, I got nothing. Okay.
We can just have shuffled characters for now.
Well, the boxes are already made, so that's no big deal. It's real quick to shuffle.
So what happened?
I don't know. It just
Discord assassinated.
literally
our call.
Discord just decided to kick everyone off the call. I was looking down at my notes for something, and I look up at the OBS screen, and it's just nothing. And I was looked over, and I'm just like, what? So I don't know. That was Discord's fault. That wasn't OBS's fault. So I got nothing. I don't know. Discord hates us today.
Collins.
Oh god.
So okay.
Discord confirmed not a TFU fan.
No, apparently not. It's a real shame.
This is a good campaign.
It's a really
Discord.
good
You don't have to
campaign.
keep trying. You don't have to keep killing it.
Yeah, did you see what we just did to that mushroom?
It
I
was
mean, I
real
took Revivify
fun.
for a reason.
Okay. So. Okay. So Navira takes notes, and she notes down all the threats in the area that the her brief undead Myconid thrall told her about. But other than that, your watch passes uneventfully. In the morning, what would you guys like to do?
Feel a slight tinge of regret and confusion about that giant mushroom, dude.
Oh, does it make you feel better if his alignment was lawful evil?
Like, it does, but it's still very confusing. I've never done anything like that in D&D.
I mean, you hold two guys up into Undermountain.
That's true. That's probably actually worse than what we just did. I'm supposed to be lawful good.
We could debate which
D&D.
one was worse for a while, I think. But yeah, so what would you guys like to do?
Hi,
in the
I'm
morning?
neutral. Show everyone how cool that echo sound.
Okay, yeah. Do you play the
I'll also think it's
hurdy-gurdy,
cool.
or do you just say something and let it
Pull it out
echo?
and play it.
Okay.
Do you give yourself a percussion accompaniment, or?
No, she's not playing anything. She's just like having it make noise because the echo sounds neat.
Ah, oh my god, she's adorable. Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, Tarbek will roast up some delicious trail rations and for breakfast.
Like,
Mmm.
yeah, like actual food though. You're not like grilling up like trail mix, right? Like you're making like rashers of bacon.
I
or
actually
something.
thought it was like I don't know what rations quote unquote represent, so I thought it was just like an MRE type thing. Tarbek was like,
Who wants roasted mushrooms for breakfast?
Yeah, well, there's plenty of those. I've always
My
pictured...
reply is no.
Yeah. Can Tarbek tell which ones of these are edible, or
Oh, for
are they
sure.
just all poisonous?
No, there are some edible ones down here.
All right. Tarbek will use his Underdark knowledge of living in the Underdark for a long time to get some mushrooms.
There's a list of them in this book.
One of them he'll tuck in his pocket. He doesn't mention that one.
22.
And this one, this is a special one for later.
Yeah, you can get, let's see, there's barrel stock, which, when you squeeze them, fresh water comes out.
Oh.
That seems very important. Let's get as
there's,
many of those as possible.
Blue cap, which, when you ground it up, can be made into a bland flour, so you can make bread from it. Fire lichen, which you can ferment into a spicy liqueur.
Given the nature of Tarbek's, like it's called fire lichen, I would imagine he's probably got barrels of that stuff at home.
Ripple bark, which you peel off of things and you can roast and it tastes good. Trillimac, which is like jerky. Water orb, which is another squeezable sponge. And there's none of that in here because it's huge.
Okay. Yeah. Tarbek is going to he's gonna roast up some of the delicious one, sprinkle it with just a little bit of spice, the fire lichen.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Cool.
Okay.
He's wearing the Smooch the Smith apron again, but he's cooking this time, so it's a little strange.
Okay. So yeah. So what would you guys like to do after breakfast?
Now, this room, was it a dead end?
No, there is an exit from this room.
I would like to take a moment to review all of the threats that our little toad friend mentioned with everyone, and make sure exchange information about known weaknesses.
Sure.
They don't like bright sunlight.
All right, we got plenty of divine energy there.
No, I mean actual sunlight. Just the sun is not good for Durgar.
So we blow a hole in the roof?
It's a very, very deep roof.
If anyone knows any spells that produce daylight, that would be helpful.
Daylight's a cleric spell, right?
Yeah.
I could learn it, but I did not prepare.
I feel like it'd be wise to have... Yeah, daylight is a cleric spell, so I'm just gonna put that on my list for the day.
Okay.
Sorry, sending. Not sending any phone calls today.
Okay, so your collective knowledge of all of the various things I listed. So putting your heads together and kind of with your various backgrounds, you guys know what illithids are. You fought a hybrid one before. The head of the unseen was a changeling / illithid. They're terrible tentacle monsters who can eat your brains and use psychic attacks. They are incredibly dangerous. So they also hate the sun. Most of these will hate the sun. Duragar are kind of... Son of a bee. Okay, I'm gonna move this cable so I don't keep doing that. Duragar are vicious and cruel, gray-skinned dwarves who can make themselves grow bigger. They can cast Enlarge on themselves. Other than that, they tend to be fairly dwarf-like, just taken to a crueler end. Drow are dark elves. They are in the service of the Demon Queen Lolth. They, you don't. I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this. They
kind of suck.
They kind of suck. Their society tends to embrace cruelty and backstabbing. Obviously, that is not universally true of every drow. You have one in your party. But especially in the Underdark, they tend to embrace the idea that to get ahead, your blade is probably in someone else's back. They're matriarchal, and Lolth has poisoned them, essentially. Who else do we have? Darrow are weird. They're some kind of human-dwarf hybrid, and they have...
I thought they were a gnome-dwarf hybrid. That might be an older edition, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what it says on the wiki. It says human.
Dwarf adjacent.
Yeah, they're dwarf adjacent. They tend to have like bluish white skin, and they just tend to be into like some dark shit. They like aberrations and far realm stuff, and they're lots of warlocks and
by like magical madness or something.
Yeah, they're kind of nuts. So they're very dangerous. They are not usually reasoned with. They're kind of just magically crazy.
I think you can dispel that, but I don't know how exactly.
And Koatoa are fish people who will attribute divinity to like random things.
And then it is.
And worship it so much that it becomes a kind of god.
Oy.
So they will find like just piles of junk, build it into a statue, and start worshipping it. And eventually it will gain some divine power because enough people worship it and believe in it so that their priests get spells from it.
Oh my god, what is that dimension filled with, like, the junk gods?
I love Koatoa.
Real fun.
But they tend to... all of the... So the other thing about the Underdark is there's this kind of this notion that there's this radiation underground that can corrupt some magic, and if you live down here for generations, that's why everything down in the Underdark is weird. So it like corrupts normal things, like all the mushrooms, or at some point probably normal mushrooms. Koatoa were probably just fish at some point, and they just, after generations of being exposed to this magic radiation, they became bug-eyed fish monsters who worship this mannequin until it becomes their mannequin god.
Man, but this is the Fallout story we want to see.
I'm still wondering how dwarves work with that, because dwarves also live in the Underdark, and not all of them turn into Durg.
They like to surface from time to time.
Yeah, they also tend to live on the upper levels of the Underdark. And I think, because the further you go down, the worse it gets. So I do think it's that, and I probably... something, because they're so devout, I have a feeling that somehow protects them. The Dwarven Pantheon has decided, no, we like it the way things are.
You can keep your weird Underdark stuff to yourself. Yep. We're good.
We put up some lead shields and we're good.
In that case, you probably noticed Tarbek clutching his holy symbol more than usual down here.
Yeah, Moradin forbid. Okay. So, do you guys? So that's what you all know about the various, quote unquote threats that the Myconid told you about. Pooling your resources together.
Cool. So just not good stuff.
Not good stuff. No, not traditionally.
All right, then. Let's soldier on. I guess we're soldiering on, then.
Okay. So as you travel a little bit, you come upon a lava flow coming through this portion of the Underdark, and you can see there is a little dock made of obsidian, and pulling down the river is a boat made of dragon scales with a dragon scale sail floating down the river, and it stops at the obsidian dock, and this little, gnome-sized, it looks like a salamander, but it's bright red and kind of glowing. The little helmet, a chest plate, shield, and sword, steps off and looks at the four of you and says, "Need a lift?"
Question. No, that was out of character.
Oh, sure.
But actually, Tarbek will answer in Primordial, or Ignan specifically, to see if that gets any positive response.
I think they're in this book.
And then Tarbek will say, "Where are you headed?" Or, "Where are you headed?"
Let's see. Oh, no.
Where are you headed? But fire.
Too far. There we go, fire needs. Okay. Yeah, in Ignan, it will respond with we stop at Kaw Jay.
I'm sorry, does that mean anything to Tarbek?
No. It's not a dwarven city, you know that.
Is it a drow city?
Maybe?
Can't say I've ever heard of it before. But this is a dead end, right?
Yeah, looking left and right, yeah, there's the lava flow, but you see no other tunnels immediately around you.
Quinn Zorlin, you said?
Yeah, Kaw Jay.
Can I make a history roll, or?
Sure.
And I'll give myself guidance on that if I can.
Mhm.
That is a 18.
18? You've never heard of that specifically, but it definitely follows naming conventions of drow cities.
Well, that would be a drow city. Do we really want to go that far? We were just sent down here to scout, right?
I mean, yeah.
That seems like a very, I think we might want to just look at... I think we might want to look at the other routes before we go all the way to a different city, because this might take a while. I'll ask him how long the trip is.
He'll say 2 hours downstream.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Still, how are we going to get... Well, I mean, I guess we could technically, stone shape our way back, but I don't know how well that would work. I don't get animate objects yet. No, wait a second. I totally have animate objects. We can totally... Sorry. I had a lot of amazing ideas all at once.
Make
My
our own
brain.
boat and wake it up.
Exactly.
I'm the king of boats. Bye.
I will christen you the King of Stone Lions.
No, do we want to go all the way to a different city? Like, because we got a lot of paths we haven't checked out yet.
I mean, I think all paths will eventually lead us to some city. It might be good to check out the first one we see.
Are we gonna be okay in Qzorlin? And I'm gonna start speaking in common now, just so everyone understands what's going on.
He says, he looks at you and he says, "Why not?"
All right then.
He says, "All humans look the same to me, though."
I'm not a Yeah, I'm not. Well, thank you for your help. And I'm willing to board the boat if you are. If that's where we're going to Qzorlin.
One vote.
Yeah.
Sure, it's a drow city. What's the worst that could happen?
This seems like a terrible idea.
Awful idea. Why are we doing it?
Well, according to our little mushroom friend, there are a bunch of other nasties the other way, so...
Yeah, I'd go with the place that we can at least, try to talk our way out of. Because the other things are much more kill, kill, kill at first.
Yeah, that is a fairly accurate assessment of the situation. You can talk to drow. For sure. They might still kill you, but you can talk to them.
Who speaks Undercommon here again? Just a refresher.
I think, Gayle definitely does. Oh, yeah, you guys are good.
Sorry, Kaw.
I am the one who is the most ill-equipped for this situation.
Yeah.
In fairness, Kaw can't speak anything, so...
Well, when she hears
She
it
can
once...
understand Common and Orin, thank you.
I apologize.
Okay. So, yay or nay on the boat?
Yay for me.
Okay.
I guess we're going to the boat.
I don't like it, but I'm doing it.
Okay. So you guys hop on the boat, and we'll pick up next time heading to the Drow City. So, outros and plugs. Daniel. There we go.
Hi. My name is... over here. I am Dan. I have a lot of shows that I'm in. I'm in this show. I'm in Stars Without Number on the first Monday of every month. I am in Horrible Barovia Time, which is sometimes on Sundays. And I'm in Asmodeus and Associates, which you can catch hopefully every Saturday. It might get a little bit dicey in the next couple weeks, but you guys are good for this Saturday, right?
Should be.
Cool. Yeah, this Saturday, we're going to be live streaming at this time at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So you don't want to miss that. It'll be great.
Cool. Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm not in as many shows as Daniel, but I'm here for Stars Without Numbers and this one. So, follow me on Twitter if you like. That's about
it. Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm also not in as many shows as Daniel, but I think
get
I
it.
might
I
be one
should
of the
be in less
closest
shows.
Well, you should be in more. D&D's fun.
You're in 3, though.
it.
And Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira, also not in as many shows as Daniel. God, we all need to catch up, right?
Yeah,
No,
you can find.
I think actually Andy might be winning because he's on all of our shows.
All of them. Sure, fair enough.
And some of his own in between our shows.
You can follow me.
7 shows.
You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, both at Birds and Nerds. I'll be posting hopefully some art in the next coming days. Also, be on the lookout for emergency "I'm moving in August" commissions. So if you want your D&D character drawn, be on the lookout for, by me. Be on the lookout for information regarding that.
Awesome. I'm Andy Hatton, and I'm on 6 different shows. So next week, there will be the Stars Without Number faction turn, and then Spelljammer, episode 4, which is now called Star Chasers, episode 4, Broken Sphere. So we'll see what happens there. And then lots of other great stuff. Follow everybody here on Twitter for quality content. Follow us on Twitch and YouTube. And have a great night, everybody.